What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the members of the channel. Shout out to the Point of View crew and Trip on This. I have two stories in this video of the Surenos politicking on me, brother. Of the Southsiders tripping on me and politicking and trying to kick up dust. But first, before we get there, I have something of the utmost importance to speak about. Actually, I have an important favor to ask of the Point of View crew. So here's the issue. I have to, it's a must, it's not debatable. I have to fix the central air on this house. Please, homeboy, help me make it possible. Please make it possible and help me out with this. I have to get the central air fixed. It's a matter of life and death. If I don't get it fixed, me, Sue, and animals are just going to sit here and burn up. We're going to burn up, dude. Nothing will remain, and it'll be curtains for us. Right now, it's 93 outside, and it's 90 degrees inside. The sweat I'm pouring, brother. It's hot in here. Hot schmott. Oh, but that ain't nothing. If it stayed 93 outside and 90 inside, I could deal with that. I can live with just hanging out at 90 degrees. But dude, oh no. Because next week it's going to be 107 in Bakersfield. 107. And when it's 107 out there, it's 105 in here, bro. July and August is off the hook in Bakersfield when it comes to hot weather. Dude, we're getting ready to pull into 110, 111, 112, and we're going to stay there. We're going to park it on the triple digits. So it's just hot. It's unbearable. That's why I did not do a video yesterday, because it just got too hot. It's got too damn hot. It gets to the point where I can't even think. I lose my train of thought and stutter on the natch. What do you think happens when it's 100 degrees in this pad? I'm like, what did I just say? I'm all over the place. It's difficult to keep it together. So yes, I'm asking the Point of View crew, because there's nothing wrong with being a listener-supported channel. There's nothing wrong with the viewers coming together and pitching in to have a better viewing experience. And what's going to make a better viewing experience than to create the environment of an 80-degree environment instead of 110, 105, 100, 90 degrees, 95. Dude, it just gets hot. Schmuck up in this bitch. So, my Cash App is $Splinter POV. My Venmo is Splinter POV. If you want my phone number to Zelle, you could have it. I have PayPal. I can't think of the numbers right now. Hit me up and I'll find them. So I'm asking, yes, for some love, asking for a little bit of help. And I don't go just running to you guys any old need I have. Sure, I'm not afraid to ask for a rock star here and there. I think it's like asking for a shot of coffee. I ask homeboys for a shot of coffee all the time. Hey, can I get a rock star? Not a big deal. But I went a whole year having a broken shower. And I didn't come tell the Point of View crew, hey, help me, my shower's broken. I just lived with it. Of course, Sue bitched every single day. She's madder than Fizzuck. But dude, June 2024, I'm going to go turn the shower on and the handle fell off in my hand. Shower broke. No shower. We stayed bird bathing until I came up with the $500 to fix it. And it sucked not having a shower, but I was not going to bring it to you guys. I asked you guys for rock stars. I'm really down and out, homeboy. But I'm definitely going to have to ask for a big favor and say, please, please help us get this central air fixed. I know we could all come together, pitch in a little something, and just make it happen. And let me thank you in advance. Let me just thank you in advance. Thank you. So let's kick it off. Let's get to the bottom of these videos, homeboy. Trip on this. I'm in pretrial, Kern County Jail, in the gang module in D-Pod. And I have an older Southsider cellie who I can't fucking stand. Not even a little. Dude, I couldn't stand this dude. His name was Tio. Isn't that like uncle? I think Tia's aunt. Tio's uncle. His name was Tio. All the Southsiders loved him. They looked up to him. That was uncle. But they didn't have to live with him like I did. I couldn't stand this fool. You know what he was a J-Cat. He was a J-Cat. He was a thorn in my side. You know what he would always say to me? He'd always pull up his shirt, or he wouldn't even be wearing a shirt, and he'd be like, hit me, bro. Hit me in my back and my sides. Hit me. Make it to where it's red, splotchy, and bruised up. so that I could push the button, get medical, and they'll give me some pain meds based on the bruise and blotchiness. And I was like, dude, that's not going to work, first of all. First of all, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be in this cell whipping your ass, punching you, so you'll be bruised up and blotchy. But that's not going to work. If you did that, you wouldn't get pain meds, you'd get psych meds. I don't see it happening, bro. And he would get pissed off and talk shit and be mad. I'm going to get another cellie. I was like, all right, let me give you that request slip. I'd love for you to have another cellie. How do you spell your name? Let's just get this slip in now. Because, I mean, if you get another cellie, that means, hey, I have another cellie. Which is something I am all about. Because you're a J-Cat. So, dude, then one day, go to day room. And I noticed he's talking to all the Southsiders, and they have like a little junta. And some people are like mad-dogging me, and it's getting kind of weird, and I can feel the tension. And finally, the Southsider walks up, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, you used Tio's phone card. They have phone cards in there. $10, $20, and $50 phone cards. He's like, you used Tio's phone card and used it up, and he's mad, and he's like, you're going to have to give him another one. I was like, fuck, no, I didn't. Like, it's full of shit. When did this happen? I've only been here a week, 10 days. I said, have you ever seen me on the phone? I mean, I have money in my books. I just went to store my damn self. I didn't even buy my own phone card. I don't have an old lady out there. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm still kicking Gattaca. I'm worried about, not worried, but I'm just waiting on board and screening to come to get my violation and do my little bit of time. I'm not talking to anybody on the phone. If I was, I'd have my own phone card. Dude's tripping. So they came at me, bro, and tried to get all up on my ass about this phone card, and I had to shut it down and tell them you don't even see me on the phone. And then we'll go back in the cell, dude. My initial goal, initially, I was just going to not say nothing about the Tio. About all the shit he stirred up, plotted on me, got everybody tripping on me over the phone card. I wasn't going to say anything about it. And I did. I couldn't hold it in. It lasted about 2 seconds. Went in the cell, and I was like, dude, what's up with that? Why'd you throw me out there? Why'd you talk a bunch of shit about me and say I used your phone card, get everybody tripping on me? I didn't use your phone card, dude. What's up with that? And he's like, oh, well, you know, there's only 2 of us in the cell. I had it right here. I didn't use it. They figured you must use it. And I was like, no, bro, I didn't use it. And that's not how you handle it. You should have came and asked me. I mean, just instead of going out there and just making it look like that. And I was like, no, fuck that, dude. And I was thinking, like, I didn't like that dude before, but I really don't like him now, bro. So again, he's like, hey, will you hit me in my back, make it red and blotchy? I'm like, yeah, after that phone thing? Sure, after the phone card, where you wanted that? Right here, right here? I was thinking about beating his ass, getting him red and blotchy, and fulfilling his request. I just didn't talk to him. I did my own thing. Now, another thing I must mention, there was no woods. No white boys, no skinheads. I was the Lone Ranger for the wood pile in that part at the time, in D3, where we were at. No other white boys, dude. I mean, there might have been an old man or two floating around, but no one who I can confide in and tell him, dude, the Southsiders are tripping on me over this old man celly I have. Anyway, be that as it may, homeboy, living with this dude, can't stand him. I mean, several times he'd bring drugs into the cell and do him to the neck. Not even sharing with me, not even offer to give me any. And that is straight out of line, straight uncalled for. I have never ever gotten drugs and went in my cell and just took them to the neck and didn't offer some to my cellie, bro. That's just, it's mandatory. You gotta hook the cellie up, straight out of line, bro. It goes to show what kind of dude, what kind of stilo he had. Not very good, J-Cat. So anyway, be that as it may, homeboy, they end up moving him one day. They move him. The cops come, tell him to roll it up, and he's mad as fuck, and he's bitching. He don't want to go, and he's all pissed off, and he ends up leaving. And now we're in D3, and he wasn't nowhere near us. I mean, he didn't go to D2. He didn't go to D4 because they were looking for him, trying to shoot kites. I think he went over to medical. Maybe when he saw the doctor and nurse, he said a bunch of weird shit to them like he would say to me. Straight J-Cat, they decided to move him. I don't know what the case was. They moved him. Then a week later, the Southsiders in my pod get a kite from OTO. And in it says, Splinter, my old cellie, that wood, owes me $50. I need to get paid. So the Southsiders come pushing up on me. What's up? You owe dude $50. You pay him right now. If you know it's $50 now. If we have to wait 7 days, it's going to go up to $100. If we have to wait 2 weeks, it's going to go up to $200. And I'm like, wait a minute, just wait a minute right now. I don't know, fucking dime. I'm not giving that dude jack shit. I don't know him $50. You're tripping. I didn't buy any dope off him. We never went in on any dope together. We never did business. We never had a transaction. And anyway, that's not how you do it. if I owed him 50 bucks, if I owed him 50 bucks, what he should have done, he should have got me and said, hey homie, come here. See this guy? I'm leaving, but this is Splinter. This is my silly Splinter. He owes me 50 bucks. I have to leave. I'm rolling my shit up and going, but make sure this dude Splinter pays me. He owes me 50 bucks. Dude, if he didn't get that ironed out, if he didn't get that set in stone before he even walked out of the pod, then it ain't shit, bro. It's nothing. You cannot leave a pod and then write it a week later talk about, oh yeah, this guy owes me money. So they were coming at me wanting the money, dude, and I just said, fucking pound it, bro. Then in the midst of all that, I get a Southsider celly. He comes in, I mean, he seems all right. I'm just, but I'm not getting along with the Southsiders at all. In that pod, they just don't like me. T.O. created a very odd and uncomfortable living situation for me. Kept throwing me out there on bullshit. The phone card now saying I owe 50. Got people tripping on me. It's like, what the fuck, dude? And I ain't got no woods I can confide in. Anyway, I get this Southsider celly, and I'm just thinking, snarf. Wish I could have got a wood. So anyway, he seems all right. But the dude who has the keys for the Southsiders is his 18-year-old. This 18-year-old kid has the keys for the Southsiders for the whole pod. D 1 through 6. All the D pod. His deal was this 18-year-old kid got a couple 187s. Got a couple bodies. He killed some gang enemies on the streets. Somebody came into jail. They wanted to elevate him by giving him D pod. They want to give him respect for those murders by giving him D pod. But wait a minute, bro. Okay, you're a killer. You prove that. But just because you can pull a trigger does not mean you know how to run a pod, a building, a dorm, or a yard. It takes years of practice and working these prison politics and going in and out of the pen. It takes years of dealing with people in prison to get to the point where you could run a car, run a yard, run a program. So just because this dude's a killer don't mean nothing, bro. But anyway, he came in, they gave him the building. So he comes over on my door one day, the 18-year-old shot caller does, comes over and starts talking to my new Southsider celly. And they're talking to each other and they're whispering. They're whispering on the door, bro. And that's not usually how they do it. Usually someone comes to your door and they're talking to your celly. Hey, they're talking like this. They're talking in the crack, but they're talking maybe through the window and they're joking around. Rarely do they come over and whisper in the crack unless they're talking about you. I'm thinking they must be talking about me. Why they whispering? Bro, when I was on point, I was on deck, I was paying attention. My guard was not down. My guard was up, homeboy. What is going on now? And then when they get done talking, sure enough, my new Southsider celly turns to me and says, hey, he was talking about you. He said that you're a funny style and that I should just put you on the shine and have nothing to do with you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why did he say that? He goes, I don't know. We just said you're funny style and to not have nothing to do with you. So when we got out for an unlock, see, it's a gang module. D-pod's a gang module. They have rolling lockouts. 5 cells open at a time. So see, his cell was out. He had day room. That's why he was able to come to our cell and talk to us while we were in. Now our cell's going to open. We're going to go out and have day room. He's going to be locked in his cell. So when we came out for day room, when my door opened, I went straight up to that dude's cell. Straight to that dude's cell, bro. The 18-year-old who got the bodies, who has the keys to all the D-pod. And he was laying on his bed, top bunk, and I went to the window and I said, come here. I go, hey, let me get at you real quick. And he was like, no, I'm laying in bed. And I was like, no, come talk to me real quick. Because when he got on the door, I was going to tell him, dude, why the fuck would you tell my new celly I'm funny style and have me on the shine? What did I do that's funny style? I don't owe that T.O. 50 bucks. I didn't do his phone card. Fool smut me up. I'm Splinter from Rex and homeboy. I ain't funny style. What's up? I was mad about it. I don't like being smutted up. People talking shit and dragging my name through the mud. So I said, get off your bunk, come to the door and talk to me. He said, nah, I'm not getting up. So then I went back to my cell and told my celly, that dude wouldn't even get up to talk to me, bro. That fool wouldn't even get off this fucking bed to come talk to me. And what do you think my celly did? My celly went and told him, hey, Splinter said you wouldn't even get off your bed to come talk to him. Like you're scared of him or something. So then, as uncomfortable and as odd and as poorly as I was getting treated in that pod, D3 by the Southsiders, it got way worse. Way worse after my new celly went and told him what I said. Bro, I should have knew better than to confide in that dude, homeboy. But now they're all really tripping on me, and now the Southsider shot caller leaves. Goes to Wasco. Already got his time, got his life sentence, got his sentence, catches a chain, goes to Wasco, and I'm like, good. I'm glad to see that dude go. I mean, the last thing you want is to have the shot caller of all the Surenos to be on his bad side. Yeah, that dude not like you. Can be all bad. Something like good. A new shot caller's going to come in. You know, I can start working on my reputation. I could build up a rapport with him. And I could just do me. Get down how I get down. Shine. Show them how I do it. And they'll realize they're making a mistake about me and my character, homeboy. So anyway, I'm hoping that a new shot caller, Southsider, will come in. And they get a new one. And he's worse than the last. Comes in there right away. I don't know who said what to him about me. But right away, this dude just starts mad dogging me. Starts off at breakfast. Remember, keep in mind, I'm only white dude. And I'm like, fuck, trip on this. He's worse than the last dude. This last dude didn't mad dog me, just talk shit behind my back. This dude's mad dogging me, and there's all this tension, there's all this aggression in the air, and it's like I'm no one's favorite dude. Then finally, the Southsider shot call, the new guy comes walking up to me. And I go, here we go! The confrontation. I've been waiting for it. So dude comes walking up to me and he says, hey bro. He says, I heard before I came along you had some loose ends. And I was like, no loose ends. Everything is everything. I'm not aware of anything loose. Not aware of any loose ends. Everything's pretty solid and as it should be. And he goes, no, it's not my understanding. From my understanding, that you have some loose ends. He goes, so now that I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and tie those loose ends up. Let's go ahead and take care of those loose ends so then we can have a clean slate and we can move forward. He said, I'm going to send some hitters on you, which I was very surprised that he even gave me the heads up. Usually to send people on you. And that was his next statement. He said, at least I'm giving you a heads up. I'm like, you read my mind. Yeah, at least you are. I almost prefer not, though. It's better no heads up. It's better you're minding your business if people come in and start whipping your ass. Because when they say, hey, I'm going to send somebody on you, you got to sit and like wait for that to happen. Which could be nerve-wracking. And I thought I was going to have to sit around for a couple of days, wait for these hitters to show up. But no, I didn't wait long. He said, I'm going to send hitters on you. At least I'm giving you a heads up. I was like, yeah, good looking out for that. I mean, thank you. As soon as he said that, here come a couple of dudes walking my way. And I was like, oh, right now? Oh, you meant right now? I was like, no, you can't do it now. I'm going to have a visit tomorrow. Don't mess with my face. Let me go to the store first. So I get a couple of candy bars, homeboy, and eat them without my jaw being broken. Dude, can you give me a grace period? Right now? Right now? So I went to sale with 3 Southsiders, bro, and they start whipping my ass. I remember I get punched in the face and knocked down. But then I pick myself back up. I've been knocked down in a fight many times, dude. You just get back up. So I get back up, and I don't know, someone grabbed me, someone pushed me, how it happened, but my shoulder went straight into the wall. Dude, I saw a blinding white light, and instantly I start sweating. Dude, it knocked my shoulder out of socket, or it knocked it out of joint. It did something major to my shoulder that hurt like a motherfucker. It felt like I was having a baby. And I never had a baby, but I'm sure that they say it hurts. Couldn't hurt no more than when my shoulder was going through. Oh, hell to the no, dude. They knocked me into that wall. And like I said, when I get knocked down, I usually come back up. But when my shoulder got hit, I sat down. Which is something I never do in a fight. I was standing up and well, whoop, I sat down. And then I said, done. Which is something I never do either. I said, no, I'm good. I cannot continue. Dude, my arm was fucked up. And then I think I got one kick in the face, which is dirtbag shit. You don't kick someone while they're down. But I didn't even feel it. My shoulder was so bad. So, bro, they left the cell. We're in my cell. I sat there for a minute. I got up. I couldn't quit sweating. Dude, I wanted to cry. I did want to get on the phone then and call Mom and say, Mom, help. Like, I'm just feeling the worst pain possible. But, you know, one thing I did do and one thing I didn't do, I didn't let them see me sweat. Never let them see you sweat. Bro, smile now, cry later. I did not make a big deal out of it. I did not let anyone know how bad my fucking shoulder was killing me. Here's all I had to do. I had to wait 2 days. I had court in 2 days. I so bad wanted to push the button, ask for the cops, get a request for medical, put a slip into medical, see my shoulders hurt, get some medical attention, get some help. But I wasn't going to let them see me sweat. I wasn't going to let them see me cry. I just smiled and I bit my tongue and I thought, you know what? In 2 days I go to court. And when I go out for court and they shackle me up, the cops will see my shoulder's messed up, dog, and I'll get some medical attention at that point. And for 2 days, I sat in there and did not sleep. And all I could do was think about how bad my shoulder hurt. It kept me sweating, and I couldn't even eat, and it was miserable, bro. The most miserable experience I had. But 2 days later, I went to court, dog, and they took me and they yanked on it, put it back in the socket. It felt much better. Shackle me up, homeboy, and whoop. That's what happened. They tried to shackle me up. I wouldn't let them. I was like, oh, fuck, no. They grabbed my arm, and I was like, no, You're not going to shackle me. You can't. My shit's all fucked up. And took me to the nurse and fixed it. Then I was like, okay, you can shackle me. I'm feeling much better. Trip on this. The next story. And I am so grateful for you guys that are going to help out with my AC, man. I'm really, really grateful. I'm all bullshit aside. I'm sitting here feeling like I have to throw up. Not even bullshitting, dude. That's how freaking hot it is. That's how sweaty I am. It's like a suffocating. Look, you don't even see Chucky up on the bed no more. He's on the floor now. He rises, bro. He's smart enough to figure that out. If I wasn't live, I'd be laying on the floor. Not live. Dude, if I wouldn't make a video, my ass would be on the floor. Dude, thank you so much, man. I thank you in advance. I'm so grateful for those of you, point of view crew, that are going to help me out. And did I say, I think I forgot to say, I'm going to put your guys' names right here. Everyone who helps me with the AC, I'm going to make a board, and I'm going to write everyone's names. I'm going to move this right here. Your names are going on the wall. They're going to stay there all week. So trip out, all month. Dude, I'm acting like, dude, you know what I'm acting like? Like I'm overheating. I really am like in a confused state, bro. I'm not even tripping. I'm not, see, I didn't mean to say I'm not even tripping. I meant to say I'm not even joking. And the word tripping came out. And like, dude, like I'm telling you, it's like, it's all bad. It's way too fucking hot in here. All right, so trip out on this. I'm on the farm at Kern County Jail. This dude who's running the farm for the woods, his name is Flea, and he's from Fresno. Which is very weird to have a guy from Fresno running the Kern County Jail. You didn't have a guy from Kern County run Kern County Jail, not a guy from Fresno. But he was a transplant. He was living in Fresno, then he moved to Taft, which is Kern County. He said he went from being the Fresno Flea to the Taft Tick, homeboy, which is a funny joke, ha ha ha, but you still got to do him from Fresno running Kern County. Anyway, the Taft Tick. So you got this guy Flea. He's in charge of the whole farm for the woods. It's a 1,000-man yard, 21 barracks. Now, they have a really good thing going on at the time as far as outside work crew and hitting dope. They have a golden opportunity. They take 10 dudes a day to the sheriff's shooting range. Out there near Hart Park somewhere, there's a sheriff's shooting range, and they have an outside work crew. They take 10 dudes to go there every day, and they pick up shells, they pick up trash, they cut the grass, they just take care of the place, 10 dudes every day. And now those 10 dudes can easily hit dope and bring it into the institution. Just call their people, hey, I'll be out at the sheriff's shooting range. Just get a clavo, put it in a strawberry milk jug, throw it on the ground. I'm going to be there picking up trash anyway. I see a strawberry milk jug, I pick it up, get my clavo out, hoop it, and then throw the jug away. Dude, people were hitting right and left out there. Even Flea was having his people drop shit off. Flea was hitting clavos. But the thing is, they only take 10 people a day out there to go work at the sheriff's shooting range, even though 25 people are approved. Because before you ever go out, you had to fill out a slip saying, I want to go work outside, and then they run you and see if you have warrants, see if you're sentenced, or if you're on bail, or if how high your bail is, whatever bullshit, whatever they check to see if you're qualified, and they put you on a list. And they got about 25 people approved to go, but only 10 people can go a day. And it's first come, first serve. First 10 in line get to go. So Flea's supposed to hit that day, and he's having this dude named Brandon, this SoCal skinhead from Taft, go out to the outside work crew and hit his clavo. So Brandon goes to get in line, and he notices, wait a minute, I'm the 11th dude. I'm the 11th dude in line. They're only taking 10. He's like, shit, what am I going to do? So he sends somebody to tell Flea, hey, Brandon's in line to go to the outside work crew. You go out there and hit your shit. But the problem is, he's the 11th dude in line. They only take 10. The cops only going to take 10. They're not going to take Brandon. He's number 11. So he's not going to be able to go out there and hit your shit today. Flea's like, fuck, man. He's like, fuck. And he's in dorm 10. And you can see gate 3 from dorm 10. And you can see, like, the line. And you can see that Brandon is at the end. He's like, shit. He's looking. He sees some Pisces. And I'm sitting right there next to Flea. And he tells me, hey, go tell the Paisa, get out of line and let Brandon go. Go over and tell that Paisa right there that he has to get out of line. Because Brandon has to go. Brandon has a very important reason to go to work today. So I say, all right. Hey, I never been to prison. Only been to county jail a couple times. I'm new at this prison politics shit. It sounded like a good shot to me. Brandon really need to go out there to hit. Okay, so it makes sense that the Paisa would have to stay. So that sounded like a good shot to me, bro. I didn't question it. I didn't mind being the messenger. I walked right over and told the Paisa, I was like, hey, you can't go to work today. You can't go to work today because Brandon has to go to work. And he's number 11. You're kind of blocking him. Get out of line. You're not going to work today. And the Paisa starts bitching like, no, fuck that. I'm going to work. Who are you, Wood? Who are you to tell me? And I was like, oh, okay. So then I go back and I tell Flea, I said, hey, the Paisa said he is not getting out of line. He's going to stay in line and he's going to go to work. He doesn't understand why I'm telling him, why me or Wood would tell him he can't go to work. And Flea said, well, tell him Junior said he has to get out of line. And Junior is a Southsider who has the keys for the whole yard. He says, you go tell him that Junior said. So I said, okay. I walked over to the line and I told that Paisa, I said, Junior said you're not to go to work today. You're to step down, you're to stand down, you're to get out of line. This dude Brandon needs to go and you're cock blocking, bro. Get the fuck out of the way. He's like, all right, man. He bitched and complained a little bit, but he got out of the way. And then the 10 dudes went to work, and Brandon got to go to work. He's going to go hit Flea shit. Everybody's happy. But wait a minute. Is everybody happy? No. The Paisa's definitely not happy. The Paisa's pissed off. He goes over to his people, and he starts complaining. He's like, what the fuck, dude? I was going to go out to work because the Paisa's had Duck 2 to hit. Let's not forget about that. The Paisa's have their own clavo. So the Paisa's complaining to his people, damn, I was going to go hit. I was supposed to go out there. This Wood came and told me to get out of line. And they're like, who, what Wood? And he's like, that dude's Splinter. So a bunch of Paisas come up to me, hey, why'd you say that our homie had to get out of line? He couldn't go to work. I was like, oh, no. I was like, I'm just a messenger. Don't kill the messenger. It was just us passing a message for Flea. Flea said he couldn't go to work. And then Junior's the one who told Flea. So it comes from Junior. It comes from the top, I say. Even though I never heard anything from Junior. I was talking to Flea. So they're like, all right. They're still bitching. They're still complaining. And they go over to Junior. And they say, Junior, why did you send that Wood to come over and say that I couldn't go to work? That's not cool. I had a clavo out there. You're messing with my money. Why are the Woods more important than us? Why'd you say that I had to get out of line for a Wood? And Junior said, I never said that. I never said that. So then they come to me and they're like, hey, Junior said he never said that. And I was like, well, Flea. So then they go back to Flea and they said, hey, Flea, how come you sent Splinter over there to get the dude out of line? And Flea said, I never said that. I never said that. Never said a damn word. So then they come back on me, the Paisas and the Southsiders. Junior's pissed, saying I threw his name out there. Everyone's mad at me. Everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. And like, Splinter, what the fuck's wrong with you? Splinter? Damn it. Why would you do that, Splinter? Why would you tell the Paisa he couldn't go to work? Dude, they're getting ready to pull me into a dorm and just whip my ass. But I started protesting. I started speaking for mine. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I don't have a dog in this fight. Why do I care? I'm not heading out there. It was Flea. Talk to Flea. Flea's the one that told me to go tell that dude. What? I mean, what do I give a fuck? If the Paisa goes or Brandon goes, I don't care. I don't have nothing going on. Flea's the one that cares if he goes out there or not. Flea's the one. Blah, blah, blah. I was stuttering just like that too. Flea's the one that's doing something. Brandon out there at the workplace picking up the shells at the shooting range. I'm not going to sit here in front of you guys and tell you that I was just, homie, 10 toes down and just solid as can be with my chest stick out. No, I was a little bit tripping. I was like, well, fuck, dude. I was like, damn, whole yard's against me. But I was doing my best to speak for mine. I was like, dude, this ain't right. You guys are tripping on me. So they said, wait a minute, we'll do this then. They said, we're going to put it all on pause. When they open the yard after lunch, we're going to meet up here in between Barracks 6 and Barracks 7, up on the hill by the picnic table. It's going to be Flea, it's going to be Splinter, it's going to be Junior, it's going to be Brandon, it's going to be that Paisa, supposed to go to work, and we're all going to get together and talk about it and figure out what the fuck's up. Who said what? So we got up there, and I just didn't even say nothing. I just sat there. And Flea was running around in circles, like, I didn't say that, and I just let Flea do the talking for me. Because the more he spoke, the guiltier he sounded. I realized I didn't have to say shit. I could just sit there and let Flea look and sound stupid, and it's going to prove my case. He's going to prove my case for me. That I didn't say a damn shit. I'm just a messenger. So, dude, after the end of it, after we had the big talk, the big junta, Flea ran off real quick. He had to go to work. He's like, I'll leave. Let me know what goes on. He left, and they said, okay, we'll be in touch with you. And as soon as he left, they said, nah, he's the guy we got to get. He's the dude that fucked up. Flea's the dude that lied and said Junior said it was okay. Flea was the guy that wanted the Pisa to not go to work, wanted Brandon to go to work. Flea's the reason for all this. He's green lit. He has to get fucked up. Who's going to do it? Raise my hand. Me. I want to do it. I want to get that fool's ass. They said, okay, well, he lives in dorm 10. He's at work right now. When he comes back to the yard for lunch, he's going to get his lunch. He's going to go in dorm 10. Splinter, you go in dorm 10, sit there and wait for him. When he comes back, whip his ass. When you're done whipping his ass, we're going to send 3 more on him. Make sure he gets a beating. He never forgets. But he never came back to the yard, bro. He PC'd it up. He rolled it up. He didn't PC it up. He just rolled it up. They sent him to pre-trial still in the GP. Made up some lie why they sent him there. But there was already a kite sent before he got there saying the Flea's all bad. Fuck his ass up. So homeboys already knew that when Flea came to get him. But they knew he had dope. So Flea shows up and they let him kick it. They make him think he's cool. Let him shit out his clavo, bro. And so they could take the dope from him. But then when they had his clavo, when he shit it out, sliced him up, bro. Put some staples in that fool. And he got an issue. Don't act funny style in prison. I'm going to cut the string and let it fly. Thank you very, very much. Let me thank you in advance. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to you guys for helping us out with the AC. Cash App is $ Splinter POV. Venmo's is Splinter POV. Thank you very much. I'm super grateful. Cut the string, let it fly. Peace.